2047 Virtual Revolution from 2016. Do you like Blade Runner, but hate all that replicant stuff and wish there was more talking? Then I've got a movie for you after the theme song.
Kyle's Reviews! Kyle's Reviews!
If you want to watch 2047 Virtual Revolution, check the links below. So, this movie, like I said in this top, is a lot like Blade Runner.
The year is 2047, a century of technological revolution. The revolution did happen, just not really the way people thought it would.
The look in particular, the story's different, but it looks a lot like Blade Runner. Imagine a movie that totally ripped off Blade Runner's look. This movie would still look more like Blade Runner than that movie. All right, so 2047 Virtual Revolution, what's it about? Well, in the future, most people spend all day in VR.
Log out.
So basically what that means for the movie is they don't have to spend a lot of money on extras, so they can film vacant streets and pretend it's a big city, but like, oh, everybody's indoors on VR. And they can also have scenes that are set in VR, so that means that they can have other actors playing the role of the main characters, and they can also have lots of pretty women. So in the story, they're terrorists, and they're doing stuff. Somehow they figured out how to kill people for real through the VR with like a virtual worm thing. And our main character, Nash, is hired to find them. So it sounds kind of interesting. It's not that most original storyline. But the main problem is, it's all talking. So, Nash is in the VR, and he talks. Then he goes and talks to somebody in real life. And then he goes and talks to somebody else in real life. Then he goes into VR and talks to the bad guy. And the villain. And then we see the villain in real life. And then we see Nash talking to the villain in real life. And then they go back into VR. It's all it is talking and talking and talking. So, yeah, it's really boring. Some of the special effects are pretty cool. There's a scene with like this robot mech thing that actually looks pretty good. But other scenes don't look so good. I mean, so they were ripping off rather, Blade Runner's look so much that they just put in some rain in After Effects, and it's clearly an effect, not actual rain. It has the woman that was the main villain in V. She's in it. She's playing the replicant, the Rachel part. But yeah, there's no replicants or anything. It's all about VR and what's better, real life or virtual life. I will say I like the ending. It's not the normal wrap everything up in a bow. But this movie, 2047, I gotta give it a thumb down. It's like Blade Runner, but with VR and more swords. And way more talking.